packing.
No, it's the worst.
All right, welcome back to the show. It is July 10th here in the great state of Iowa. I'm Nathan Creeps, joined by my co-host, Mr. Bryce Sportscheller. And yes, you heard that correctly. We're recording on July 10th, a Thursday here, because Bryce and his family are heading up to a deserted island in Wisconsin where they will catch fish with their bare hands, start fires with sticks, and there will be no internet reception up there. So here we are.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. We do actually have internet. I just learned this week. It is not going to be good. It's the one place in the entire property with internet, which is kind of cool. But for so many years, we look forward to this trip because it's a break from a phone and TV and stuff. But yeah,
you don't want to podcast up on a boat?
I just didn't want to risk it. Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, it's probably smart.
I'm looking forward to it, dude. Like it. We don't take a ton of trips at this time, especially saving up for the wedding. So like this is one of the major trips, including Vegas towards the fall. So really looking forward to the fishing, the golfing, everything. So yeah, it'll be good. And thanks for joining me on a Thursday.
Yeah, you got some liquid courage to see. What is that? Yeah. Just straight up whiskey?
Just a little whiskey and ice. Yeah, just a dash of water. It's not top shelf stuff, so I got to mix it with.
Yeah, we used to record Thursday podcast back when we first started this, and we found out real quickly we were going to be held accountable for some of the words coming out of our mouth because we were maybe influenced during these podcasts. We decided Monday was maybe the most right-minded, a little slushy from the weekend, but probably for the better.
You know what I was inspired by? Scott and I got to hop on the Farm for Profit podcast yesterday, and they gave us 3, 4, 5, kind of started to lose track Busch Lights. And I'm like, man, I forget how fun podcasting can be when you have a couple drinks in you. It does get scary. They were telling some stories about how they did a live stream one time and they had a guy showing himself in like a male bikini and they got banned from TikTok from it. So like when you start bringing the liquid courage into it, it can get a little rough.
See, I would like the liquid courage if we were together, not over Zoom.
100%.
So that'd be so much more enjoyable. And I feel like, well, maybe we still wouldn't be held accountable.
No, it might even get worse.
It might get. It sounds a lot more fun. Hence, why it'd get a lot worse. But are you all packed up? Are you guys ready to go?
I just started. So right after we get off, I'm gonna finish up the laundry, pack up. We're heading out tomorrow at noon. So
I feel like you in the relationship, you would take care of your own packing bag. Darian probably doesn't help you.
No, we're pretty good. We've talked about this before. Like a lot of couples will do each other's laundry, and it's something that like at the most I'm like throwing her loads in to the dryer or something. Uh-huh. Do you guys do that?
Well, Madison's type A, so everything I just let her do it, and it's so neatly done. I mean, I could do it, but why not let her do it? When I open that bag, everything's color coordinated.
Yeah,
it's just perfectly set in there for me instead of when I just kind of throw things in there and go my best way.
Yeah, we'll pack our own bags. Yep, for sure.
Okay. All right. And what is the drink of choice up in Wisconsin?
I'm going to say something slightly unpopular. I hope we get a clip out of this. I'm not a big fan of the Wisconsin Old Fashioned. I think that they make an Old Fashioned really goofy. It's super sweet. Got maybe like soda water or something in there. I just remember we went up there for a quick trip day, like a media day, and they gave us a bunch of quick trip soda with like whiskey. I don't know if they just made it wrong or what, but I'm not a big fan of that. When we're there, we just drink a lot of beer.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Coors Light, Miller Lite, Michelob Ultra.
For like 20 years, my uncle was like big on the Busch Light train. I almost feel like he started the Busch Light craze like back in like 2003 because it was the cheapest thing you could get. These days, he's doing the twist off. He loves those twist offs like you do.
Oh, the silver bullets.
Yeah, either
it's
Miller Lights
so
or
nice
silver bullets.
Because the thing about silver bullets is like if I mow my lawn, I got a cap on, right? No grass is getting in it. Mm-hmm. And for some reason, it's a weird thing. Like when I take off the cap, I feel like I worked to get that drink,
Yeah.
I find
something to it. And I'm a habitual clicker, the clicker of the can. And so I like having that little screw top that I can like play with almost.
Yeah. I mean, and it just tastes better. It's a lot cooler looking. It tastes better out of it, and you can play around with it. Mm-hmm. You just can't. I don't think I'll ever go to another beer.
Yeah, and they're good too. It started off with that sponsorship a couple of years ago. And I'm like, man, this is pretty good. I kind of like. I'll drink some Busch Lights. Did plenty of that last night, but yeah, I think the drink of choice. I don't know. I try to like not get weighed down by the beer too, so maybe a little tequila. But I'll keep you posted throughout the week and let you know.
Good luck with that. But hey, since we're talking about beer, because let's say before you head up to Wisconsin, you got 3 Iowans knocking on your door, Bryce. You can only have a beer with one of them. Oh shit, let me get to my list. A, Dan Gable. B, Niall Kinnick. Or C, Caitlin Clark.
Oh my God, it's got to be Caitlin Clark, dude. And I love Gable, and if I could, we just had now Kinnick's birthday yesterday. If I could, I would definitely clink the glass with him. But Caitlin Clark is the hottest thing since LeBron James. I would have to go Caitlin.
She's almost too popular to where I wouldn't want to have it. You know,
I see that.
I went through the same thing with George Kittle. Like I loved him in Iowa, then he got to the NFL and started going off, and he got too popular. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah,
I'm almost sick of him. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm way back in the George Kittle train right now. Love him more than almost any player in the NFL. Same thing of Caitlin Clark. By the way, she's got to step her freaking game up. She's struggling. But I'm going to go with give me Niall Kinnick.
yeah. The only Heisman Trophy winner in Iowa State history. Like it has to be done.
And just because of his tragic downfall too with the World War II, the plane crash, so you got to respect that, salute it. And yeah, I mean, Caitlin Clark would be a fun just to hear the stories of like her crazy lifestyle and basically being the face of the entire basketball league, almost the most popular female athlete in the world. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with now Clank Bryce, but there's no wrong answer here. Caitlin Clark would be an absolute hell of a beer.
Yeah, I just think
Ask her
with how much
boyfriend why the
she's.
hell he's always tweeting shit about Iowa.
I know McCaffreys are not big fans of
God,
Iowa anymore.
dude, I'm
That
almost
turned
worried
really
that
sour.
Connor McCaffrey's gonna turn her against the University of Iowa. You know, you see what
Dude,
Fran basically shat on Iowa and his John Rothstein's podcast. You know, the Patrick Connor always been shitting on Iowa, even while they're playing there. Now it's only gotten worse, obviously, since they've been gone. It's like,
yeah,
dude, I mean, Chris Hassel said it best in the Iowa Everywhere podcast. He's like, your dad, the University of Iowa gave your family generational wealth. 15
correct.
years. How many
Mhm.
coaches are getting more than 5 years out of college with being slightly above average, you know? They're getting the boots. You have 15 years, generational wealth. All of you got to play with your dad. You got to play with your brother, set you up for success. And I mean, I just don't get it.
I know that does suck a lot. The that whole era of Iowa basketball had Twitter fingers, and we're kind of outspoken about things that the NIL thing and Jordan Bohannon ended up kind of becoming historically correct, maybe, but I don't know. It's sad to see. Like I saw that with Scott Frost too this week. He said, "Be careful of the jobs that you accept." Nebraska was a big mistake for him, and just like, man, that sucks to see a relationship where you give a lot to a program and then you like completely turn on them. Just seems like the day and age we're in.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it really is in the day and age where it's only going to get worse moving forward. But I don't know. It's just worrisome because he's dating the most notoriety,
Dude, Caitlin's her
most
own
famous
woman, man.
Iowa athlete of all time, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I have
So,
faith that Caitlin's going to make her own choices. And that's kind of why I lean towards her for that beer, because I just think that she has seen things that almost nobody else, like she has access to things that no other Iowan does right now. Like she's invited anywhere to all
you
the
might be
cookouts.
right. I might have to switch my beer. You've talked to me. Yeah, I'm going to go Caitlin Clark and then Niall Kinnick.
Okay.
So,
All right.
thanks for
I
switching
think
me.
I think that's mine too. I mean Gable too. Like those are three mega powerhouses. Good list.
I still think the number one overall would be George Kittle. But moving on from the beer, and no, see, I told you we get to Thursday, and we just get freaking Thursday. All we want to do is just talk about beer. That's why we can't have these podcasts on Thursday. We'll do 45 minutes to just talk about drinking.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy what a few days will do, and all of a sudden, like I couldn't wait to get over with the 4th of July weekend, and now here I am.
Well, I mean, we can talk about another topic that Iowans love to talk about, and that is the weather, Bryce. Because here on July 10th, you guys had a high of 88 today in Des Moines. Did it reach that? It had to have. It was humid as hell.
Yeah.
Got really sunny. We've had some storms weather today, but let's dive into some weather records for July 10th for Des Moines. Highest temperature ever recorded was at 104 degrees, set back in 1930.
Of course. Yeah.
19th.
Every week.
Lowest temperature again at 48 degrees, set back in 1896. How the hell did they even record that back then? Most rain was 2.58 inches, set back in 2002. And your average high is 85 degrees. So, but what today is?
Right in the average, yeah.
Okay.
I'd say it hasn't been too bad. I have gotten almost so used to the humidity that I'm totally fine now.
Are you?
It was tough to getting used to, but now I'm like, my hands are going to be sweaty on the golf club. I'm going to be hot. I'm going to have to take 2 showers in the day, so I'm just used to it now. But
yeah. I mean, I got hardest I've ever seen it rain this morning, by the way, on the way to work. I probably had no more than 15 feet of visibility in front of me, so that was kind of scary. I'm seeing Iowa City and Cedar Rapids getting drilled right now with rain, and it's going to be more weather moving into your guys' neck of the woods on the western part of the state with some severe outlook on them. So stay tuned for that. But on July 10th, history in Iowa. In 1923, the first flight across Iowa occurred on this date, with the aviators flying from Des Moines to Omaha.
Ooh, that's cool.
Would
Can you imagine being on that first flight?
Fuck.
We talked about being in a hot air balloon a couple of weeks ago, and I think I would be in the same boat. I don't know. I'm not going to be the first person to jump in that space shuttle that goes to Mars and we try to repopulate a different planet. I don't want to be in a hot air balloon, and I don't want to be one of the first couple thousand people on an airplane. But
I would.
Those people.
I would be on the spaceship. If they asked me to do it, I would do it. But I know I would regret it after being up there for 4 days. I'm like, there's no way I got to sit in this thing for 6 months until I get to Mars.
Yeah.
I would not make it. I would go bananas.
You are a pretty big space guy. I'd say you fall in like the upper percentile of those kind of people.
Yeah, I love space, but sitting in a spaceship for 6 months would be
awful.
Mind crazy.
Awful.
Yeah.
The G forces would probably take me out. I don't even know.
I can't even do the silly. I can never do the silly silo.
Exactly
eventually, let alone sit in a freaking spaceship.
I know, and that would be the hardest part. Is like, would I even make it to the planet?
God, that'd be cool though. Could you imagine if we made that trip and made it back?
I know. The clout would be insane. Like
the clout would be awesome. Like, dude, I was on freaking Mars.
Kudos to those people, though, man. 1923 getting in.
You got to be a little mentally insane to want to go that far. The moon's a different story. That's just a 2 or 3 day journey. I think Mars is 6 months. And then you got to stay in it for 6 months because when the rotation lines back up, then you got to go in there 6 months back. So it's a year and a half. There's no
Imagine missing the rotation.
I'd be the first person to murder someone on Mars. And then in 1981, Bryce, the Field of Dreams movie set in Dyersville opened up to the public.
Cool. Have you watched that movie yet?
No, I haven't, but I'll actually be in Dyersville tomorrow for work.
Awesome.
So
okay, I hope it inspires you to watch that movie this summer. It is the perfect time to watch it.
Baseball's so boring.
It's a boring movie, but it's a heartfelt movie, and it makes you love Iowa like 10 times more.
I'm sure. Please. I don't know. I'm so far. It's kind of like my weird thing with pie. You know how I hate pie.
Yeah.
Just because I never had it. I'm like, oh, well, I've gone this long without having it. I kind of want to keep that record going. It's almost me with the Field of Dreams.
Yep. I have that same record going with I've never had a Big Mac. Never had a Whopper. There's a few things out there that I just will never try. So if you don't, I understand.
I never had a Whopper. I don't know if I've had a Big Mac, though. I'm sure I was a dipshit in high school one time I got it and probably didn't like it. Who actually gets a Big Mac?
I don't know. It's an insane order to me. I will never get it.
It's just a marketing strategy, just to
100%
flaunt something out there.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not gonna push you anymore on this pod to watch it. Well, maybe a couple more times, but
I appreciate. I mean, Tim Flatter for the Moonlight Graham show has got to be shaking his fist right now if he sees this. God, he's still pissed off about me not watching it. Great guy, love him. Love everything he's about. I'm sorry, Tim.
Need to have him back on.
I said the only time I would ever watch it was with him, maybe.
Okay, do it.
Him and I can you imagine him and I going to the Field of Dreams together, setting a projector up, and we're just sitting on a blanket watching it.
That would be a great drive-in movie set, and that's exactly what they should turn it into. I can't believe somebody hasn't thought of that.
I know. I want to clip this to Tim and send it to him. See, hey, you down? He's gonna be like, this is a little. It's kind of. I'm starting to give him Jason Momoa vibes.
Yeah. Hey, Tim.
Take our shirts off together and drink some beer.
Yeah, dude, that clip from last week's pod was so funny. That was a great beer list. Again, you've really been crushing that piece of the pod. I didn't catch it live when we were talking about it, but you talking about Jason Momoa showing up like butt naked for that beer was hilarious.
I told you people we can't record on Thursdays.
I know.
God, I'm feeling a sort of way right now. Man, I want a beer so bad, but I'm holding off until this weekend for my golf tournament.
Will you please crack one? Just do it.
It's
a
too far
special
away.
episode.
It's
You
too
sure?
far away. Yes. It's
All
too
right.
far. It's too far away. I got too much to do tomorrow. Work too.
What if I text Madison? Bring it to you.
She's in surgery right now.
What?
She's on call. Yeah.
No.
Uh-huh. So
Damn.
look
We're
at
gonna have,
that.
like-
My wife's out of the building and I'm still sober
Yeah, you're doing
on
good.
a Thursday and I'm podcasting. I've come
With
a
peer
long way.
pressure. Yeah, you've come a long, long way.
Yeah, you are pressuring me. Well, speaking of golf, and I hope you were not at Waveland today trying to shoot for your personal record because you would have been kicked off the course as the Des Moines police detonate a pipe bomb found at the Waveland golf course this early afternoon.
Wild story.
So you've heard of this.
Yes. Yeah, we have a couple friends, a couple mutuals out over there right now. We have Connor Young and Britton Clownstead as the time of the recording. They evacuated the entire course, right? Detonated the bomb.
But they're there right now.
Yeah, like at this moment.
Okay.
Yep. So everything is good. They had the bomb squad come in. They said the best course of action was just to detonate it.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's
So
blew
they
it
ended
up
up,
on the
like,
course.
blew up a part of Waveland. And I think play has been resumed, so everything's okay. But wild story. Like, who's making a bomb in the middle of the golf course?
You're right, and yeah, that's crazy. Who put a pipe bomb out there? But they said it wasn't a timed bomb. You had to push a button on it. First off, who's the guy out there pushing a button on a fucking pipe bomb? I don't care what armor you have. There's no way the guy just sat, because I saw the picture of the guy in like the full suit, the bomb protective suit. I ain't still no way, dude.
I know,
They had to have had a robot push the button. I don't know the full story in that. Hopefully that guy didn't push the button, but clearly everybody's fine. But they said that the pipe bomb was nowhere remotely close to like a hole, so they said you would have had to hit a bad shot to actually come across this. We've all would have been screwed.
Yeah, our group would have been screwed, and then we were laughing at the fact like whoever they were interviewing is just getting roasted right now because they hit the worst shot of all time and found.
I was gonna say, I'm like, clearly someone hit a bad shot because they found the pipe bomb.
Yeah, yeah. This is a crazy story. It's close to home. I had the City Pass last year, played Waveland probably 30, 40 times in my career. We did it for your bachelor party last year. To come across a bomb would be insane.
I almost blew up the course last year. That's on some holes I was playing so bad.
Yeah. Oh, I was cracking up too because I'm like, imagine your buddy hits a 300-yard drive and you call the bomb squad in.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I first read the headline, I'm like, was that like a practical joke or something? But yeah, kind of a serious situation. And
how does that happen? Did someone like
control.
sneak on the course, or was like a golfer that day that put a pipe bomb strategically in his golf bag and dropped it on a hole? You know?
Well,
because I feel like if somebody was sneaking on, you would have saw them unless if they went in the butt crack of dawn at like 3 a.m. and threw that pipe bomb on the course.
Either like a bad actor, right? Like they actually are a terrorist, which is like the worst case scenario.
Mm-hmm.
A golfer that did it, which would be insane. Like, what are you doing? Or like kids sneaking on at night and like using leftover fireworks and just thought it was funny. Either way, it's like it's hard to imagine that this is happening.
What do you mean fireworks? This wasn't actually a pipe bomb, right?
Like an actual, it's a little bit more than that, but it's like, could it have still been like kids that think it's funny sneak onto a golf course? Like,
where the hell they getting a pipe bomb at?
We're in Des Moines. I don't know. Anything's possible in the big city. Who knows? That's what's scary, dude. I hope it's something more like that and less. Of, like,
I can't wait
for
them to do a little more research on this and actually find the person and be like,
yeah.
What in the hell? You know?
And so if you're like a bad actor trying to hurt people, you're hurting like 4 people at
I was going to say, a golf course is the worst place ever to blow up.
So I just truly don't know. I'm with you. I would like to know more information.
Maybe the guy was just so pissed at some of his lies because you're elevated at 85 degrees.
Personal attack on Waveland.
He's going to flatten out the course by blowing it up and smoothing it out. Seriously, almost me last year.
That is the course's teeth for sure. That it is undulated. Crazy story. Wow.
Bryce, so about a year ago today, we actually started the Iowa Chill show again.
Yep.
We had it 4 or 5 years ago. We relaunched it about almost a year ago today. And on the very first episode, there's a documentary that we brought up about the missing, abducted 2 girls from Evansdale, Lyra Cook and Elizabeth Collins. Well, some new research just came out because a technology is being used to help with the Evansdale cousin abduction case that happened 13 years ago that didn't have the technology back in the day. So they're redigging up some of the DNA that they've kept. And this, I don't know exactly how it works, but this machine they have, or this device they have, can find more DNA on, like, in the clothes they might have gathered from the crime scene. It helps bring more evidence to that case. So this is something that we've all wanted for, right?
Yeah.
It's time. It's 13 years too long. What a terrible case just here in our neck of the woods in the Cedar Falls area, that these girls deserve justice. Their parents deserve justice, and the community does. So I hope this guy's still alive so he can receive this justice. And I hope they find him. I hope this leads somewhere.
Yeah, at this point, that's all you can hope for, right? Like, the person that's doing this horrible shit is getting what he deserves. When did that documentary come out? Was it like right when we started?
Right when we started a year ago.
Man, that's such a good, I mean, very, very tragic story, but so well done. And again, shout out to I think you and I grad that made it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's good news.
Yeah, it is. We're wondering if it was that Michael Klunder guy, then of kidnapping 2 girls up in the Fort Dodge area, but ultimately took his life after being caught with that one. Some were saying it might be him, but the police have ruled him out. I don't know. I mean, if he's dead, then good, because he hasn't been hurting one recently, but you would still like to see someone be brought to court and just get some answers. There's a lot of mystery out there. So hopefully this leads somewhere. It's exciting to see something come up because it's been so dry here for the last couple of years. So this is something that gets the pot stirring again.
Yep. That's good news.
This is somewhat older news, about a week or two old news, but we haven't had a chance to talk about it. Luka Garza and George Niang are teaming up in Boston Celtics. And this is crazy because all these Iowa and Iowa State main athletes in the recent years are somehow joining forces at the next level and being some of the biggest faces in that city. I mean, Caitlin Clark, Tyrese Halliburton in Indianapolis, Brock Purdy, George Kittle, and San Francisco, David Montgomery, Jack Campbell are becoming impact players in Detroit Lions. And now you got Luka Garza and George Niang, 2 of the most beloved basketball players for each of their respective colleges.
It's awesome.
I love it.
I love it. It's bringing the house divided back together.
It really is. It's
like
kind of like each other in a way.
I know.
So I really do. I mean, I've been forced to kind of like Tyrese Halliburton, been forced to like Brock Purdy, and been forced to like David Montgomery. And I'm sure, I mean, the thing about Luka Garza.
You have a different, I'll give Iowa State fans a lot of crap, as when it's deserved, especially. You have a probably a little bit more true, like, hate. I don't know if hatred is the right word, but you're definitely 125% in the Hawkeye camp.
Yeah, I used to fucking despise anything Iowa State.
Right. And I'm always kind of secretly rooting for Iowa State. Like, if they're not playing Iowa, I'm always kind of rooting on those guys. So it wasn't so hard to root for Brock and George. And honestly, I've always been a George Niang fan.
Dude,
speaking of old Tyrese, though, sad to see that he's not playing in the season next year.
Yeah, out for the full year.
Yeah. Those Achilles, man. Took out some heroes of mine back in the day.
My biggest fear. Him and Will Thompson.
Yeah.
2 most legendary Achilles tears.
Yeah. What was I going to do? There's something interesting.
Luka Garza, George Niang.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Thank you. So, insane take on an ABC Sports channel this last week. There was a commentator that said, I would rather have Luka Garza than LeBron James right now.
Yeah, he's insane.
That's one of the most insane things I've ever heard.
LeBron
James at 50 is probably better than Luka Garza.
He was top 5 in MVP.
Yeah.
it's scary because he's getting older, but he's more efficient in ways.
Mm-hmm.
He's just so smart and intelligent. He adapts the way he can be the most effective and most impactful in games. I love Luka Garza to the absolute death. He's just not his game just doesn't translate as well to the NBA because it's just a little slow, just a little undersized. But still,
Yeah.
still you put him in, he still scores. I mean, he just doesn't get a lot of opportunities.
His his points per minute are insane. But I don't think I can ever take him over LeBron.
No. Bryce, let's wrap up this podcast with our new segment today, and a very different one compared to what we've been ranking here in the state of Iowa.
Yeah.
But this time has been coming. We've talked about it, and today's that day. We're going to be ranking our top 5 favorite Iowa chill moments of all time. And
Pump for it.
we talked about doing content, but I think we take some of the experiences we've had in this fun, awesome company that we've built and share that to the people listening today.
Sounds great. I think we'll do a content one at some point too, but I like where we went with this week and doing the moments of, things that we actually kind of were part of, like a lot of the content things that I would think of aren't necessarily things we did. It's about the people, which will be a fun segment in itself, but here's one where we can pat ourselves on the back a little bit.
Go ahead and start us off.
Okay, I have a ton of honorable mentions that I'll bring up later, and I'm really curious to see how much of our lists overlap. But my first one, Herky comes out at Nate and Madison's wedding. I know it's not an official Iowa Chill moment, but that was an incredible Iowa moment.
You're right. It has nothing to do with Iowa Chill.
But it has nothing to do with that at all.
But dude, that was one of the coolest gifts that's ever been given to me. Unreal. I'm still in shock. And there was a song, I can't remember what the song is. Oh my God. But anyway, anytime that song comes, all my family members, her family members are like, I'll never not think of you and Herky's dance off.
Was it Bar Song Tipsy?
Yep. Bar Song Tipsy.
Okay.
And I just remember when I had Herky split his legs. Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right, I'm going to dive underneath you and slide on this dance floor. I didn't move. I might have moved backwards. I went absolutely nowhere in that slide. And I remember I had a big
it was so
red
sticky.
line. It was the stickiest floor ever. And I just had the big red belt line. The next day. But yeah, what an awesome gift by Madison's sister-in-law, Jamie. She goes above and beyond, and she's crazy too.
I had to throw that in there. I mean, it counts for me as an Iowa Chill moment because you're the Iowa Chill father. So I just figured it would count,
Yeah, no, I'll give it to you. Very special moment. My number 5, Bryce, is our very first party, the Party Gras, at the Summit in Iowa City.
Yeah, you'll see that on mine as well.
So this party was what it sounds like. It's a Party Gras party that we put together for our very first event with anyone outside of the social media pages back in 2018, 17 maybe.
Yeah.
And the Summit in Iowa City, and it was awesome. We had a great time.
I think February of 2018.
Okay. Oh man.
Because we were just about finished with college, so we were still like, okay, how do we make money on something? And all we knew was the bars.
Yeah.
So it made a lot of sense at the time.
We made the tiniest amount of money, but we just couldn't believe we're getting paid to party.
For anyone that's familiar with Summit, and I'll just skip over it. It's further up on my list, but I'll go into it now. You have the bottom of Summit, and you have the top of Summit, which is called the Jungle. Mm-hmm. And we had the Jungle rocking. It was awesome. And in our little corner booth, we had some of the Iowa basketball players. Some of the VIPs that we would recruit that were probably just women that we thought were hot. It was just one of those memorable moments and hilarious to look back on because you're 20 years old and you're like, I have a business. And you're like, okay, this is the business.
That was our
awesome.
first.
It's the best memory ever.
Our first business idea. Let's throw a party at the Summit.
And it was awesome.
It was. It turned out really well. My number 4 is the Tenderloin Tour.
Yes.
What a stretch that was. Our next business idea is let's eat tenderloins throughout the state. That's why we love this company. We could do this shit, right? And so we did the Tenderloin Tour, and most specifically of that tour, my favorite stop, looking back at it, not in the moment, but looking back at it, was Newton's Cafe, downtown Waterloo.
Yes. Yeah.
And we were doing some bar action the night before where I was not in shape to be eating the largest tenderloin any Iowan has ever seen that following morning. So It's on.
Yeah, we'll
It's
we'll
on
throw that
YouTube.
picture up because that thing is insane
I used to
and one
have
of the,
that.
like probably the higher video or viewed videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I got the shirt somewhere. Yeah, I got the shirt with my face on it, and yeah, that tenderloin went down and went back up real quick.
That was in my honorable mention because that was fun. And I'm going to give us some credit here because this one was definitely based off of the Dave Portnoy pizza reviews at the time, which were just starting to really go viral. And I'm like, okay, I think we can do something here. And like, there's nothing more Iowan than a tenderloin. That was fun. Like going to all the different restaurants in the Northeast was cool.
Yeah, it was. It was. I'm glad I'm not eating a tenderloin twice a week though anymore. I miss it, but God, I
That
don't know
would
if
have
I
been
can.
a tough one to keep going.
I don't know if I can handle it after hearing me bitching about the 4th of July fried food all I had. Dude, I had serious stomach issues last night too. Oh my God.
It's had lasting effects.
Yeah. Not good.
You would. I just don't think that you would be the same person if you had continued to do that.
No, I did. I didn't have a stroke.
Number 4 for me is the Coors Light tailgate. Do you remember this? A couple years ago.
Yeah. I was gonna add that, but I totally, when I was doing my list, it blinked my mind. Yes, I know that. What are the
Kolb's and his pharmacy bros have had a spot in Myrtle Lot for a lot of years, and we've been lucky enough to crash that a few times. One of the times we used that as an official Iowa Chill tailgate spot, and in my little 2013 Altima, I brought up over 250 cans of Vizzy and Coors Light, and we gave probably 200 of them away. Actually, maybe all of them. We had nothing left, basically.
One of my favorite visuals of all time. Myrtle Lot is at the top of this hill, and you're looking down. You're parked down at the bottom of the hill. We're sending a squad of people, and I just look. It's like an army of ants just carrying up all these Coors Light cases to this freaking tailgate. There's so much fucking beer in your car. I would have loved for you to get pulled over before you got to the tailgate, sober, right? Obviously, and then the cop just rolling. So, what in the hell is this?
Yeah, what is in your trunk? And
I mean,
like my trunk was weighed down. Like my bottom wheels were like sagging because there was so much beer in there.
There was so much fucking beer in your car.
We had like 12 or 15 people helping us like bring cases.
Oh my God.
We had to take several trips.
It still wasn't enough. Yeah. Crazy.
That visual alone had to make the list.
That was your number 4?
Yep.
Okay. Go with your number 3.
Okay. We brought him up already on this podcast. George Kittle. Nate, you got to play a little Fortnite with George Kittle, and that's one of my favorite memories of you guys playing Fortnite and you dying almost instantly in every drop.
So this is my number 2.
Okay.
Fortnite with George Kittle is my number 2, and this is why he was at the San Francisco 49ers. It was him and Trent Taylor, I think was his name, his receiver for the 49ers, and one of their offensive linemen, and me. And these guys were notorious, just like Bohannon. They played a shit ton of Fortnite, and I never played. And I got on and played with them, and it was bad. We went to, God, where'd we go? It was a Thursday. We went to Amigos. That if anyone that goes to United from the Cedar Falls, Amigo Thursdays where they have karaoke, you're in trouble, right? 2 for 1, Margs. We had more than 2.
Probably had 4.
Yeah, we were back, and we don't remember much of it, but I remember dying a lot, and it happened. That's all I can say. It happened. It was really cool.
Yeah, that's a story that we can.
George has always treated us well. George is the reason Iowa Chill probably is what it is, because when I first started this page, he was one of the first people to be so welcoming and say, yeah, man, I'll take over the Snapchat and help you build this, and just really use his personality to grow. And that's exactly what happened. He really got the momentum going for this place. So we're not here unless it was for George Kittle.
Yeah. I think that's an underrated thing too. Could go in the honorable mention section. It's just all the athletes over the years that you had to take over the snap. Like those were always fun days.
Akram Wadley almost got us canceled. I'll never forget that. He started showing
what was he doing?
Showing naked women on the Snapchat or stuff like that. I never saw it happen. I just got a bunch of like Instagram DMs like, bro, did you see what Akram Wadley just posted? I'm like, oh no. I had a message Akram. I'm like, you can't do that, man. He's like, oh, my bad. my number 3 is the Waterloo Blackhawks game that we just helped promote.
Yeah.
That we partnered with here in, what was it, February, March, April? April. Awesome night. and it ended in a walk-off net goal. I don't know what, sudden death, and then sudden death for the Waterloo Blackhawks, and they won. And we got to be on the ice, do all these promotions, help MC some of these games, and they treated us so incredibly well. And it was just an awesome night, man. It was so much fun.
That was fun. It was fun having you MC. It was fun having you and Bro and a couple others participate in the competitions. And the turnout was awesome. It was fun having the Cedar Valley show up and rep the merch and do all that. It was cool.
So you're to your number 2 now, I think.
Okay. That's my first. That's the first party at Summit, the party garage.
Right, the party
we held
garage.
a few in that spring. We went to Outlaws. We went back to Summit. We did something at Beer Can Alley that summer, and all of them were fun. But nothing compares to that first party where you thought you were going to be just a party animal for the rest of your life, and you'd make money that way.
And there's no doubt in my mind where number 1 is for both of us.
Yep.
River Farm out in, God, what's the town name again? Jefferson, Iowa, on the acreage of Craig Flack, who's been hosting River Farm parties with a gigantic slip and slide that he built at his farm for many years. And then one year they finally got involved with us, and we just took it to a whole new level with him. And it was the party of the year. I don't care what you tell me. If there's one party you had to hit that year in the state of Iowa for the summer, it was River Farm. And everybody agrees.
Yep. That first summer at River Farm was unmatched. We'll throw some pictures up. The photo of Jeremy says it all. he's gonna get it thrown up on the screen.
I remember going this by myself. I'm like, I'll go check it out with Jeremy. And we went there, and I texted him like, this place is a freaking gold mine. We have to be involved with this every single year. This is what Iowa Chill is, right?
Yep.
It's all cool redneck hillbilly shit that farmers are being innovative and creative with their own property, and he would just open it up to the public, and we just had the best time ever.
Slip and slide,
this
zip line,
massive slip and slide, and then we kept building off it one year, and then like, well, apparently it was illegal. They had people going. It was so big that it was illegal for people to be going down the slip and slide, so we had to shut it down. So we moved farther south of the slip and slide, where you had a gigantic rope swing, which was also illegal. Because it was so high up. So what do? We got a freaking band. Shout out to Nathan. I can't remember his last name. Help us get a band.
Nathaniel Brown.
We got a band, and people just camped out. And just Chris, the boys who helped run the Iowa Chill AAU, were hosting a sand volleyball tournament that was super successful. No one left sad.
It felt like spring break in the middle, like truly the middle of Iowa.
It really did.
It was awesome.
Great summer times.
Yeah, that's my number 1 too. Just great memories. We went back. I think I went 2 years, and then I think it got shut down just because it got so big that you had to invest in like state patrol and like actual enforcement, because you know how things get when it gets too big. Like it starts getting dangerous at some level, and
we probably
unfortunately it did need to get shut down.
Yeah, we got shut down at the right time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it could have been insane, dude. Good memories, though. I mean, there's tons. I mean, some of the honorable mentions, like throwing the largest Fortnite tournament in Iowa, a few bags and Bogey tournaments, the road show with Coors Light. We mentioned one of them. The tailgate was awesome, but all the different things that we had to do that summer, like there's some good memories over the years. And I'm glad that we evolved. We were like, okay, we can't eat tenderloins and drink beer as a living. Like that's just not going to work. But always fun to look back on.
Now we're trying to golf, and for anyone who hasn't notice, Bryce, you get us 1,100 people have now watching you take a beautiful divots off a Iowa Chill golf video we just launched on our YouTube channel. And if you get the chance, pull it up on your laptop, watch it on your TV, because it is beautifully done by professional videographers, Nathan and Connor, right? Yep. Brothers.
Nick and Connor Crab.
Nick and Connor. I'm sorry, Jesus. I told you Thursday I'm so loopy. But Nick and Connor, they just awesome shots. So they'll have a shot from behind off the tee shot, then you get the shot from the ball approaching the green. So, and it's just looks like a professional done it, you know?
Yeah, no, they did a great job.
That's the best part. It's so visual appealing.
No, I'm really happy with how the turnout was. So thanks to anybody that's watching this, that watched that. And I'm really pumped to get our video out with Logan and Danny, because that was a fun one too.
That is going to be an awesome video with the Temptation Island boys, Logan Paulson and Danny Spolberg, maybe his last name. I can't wait for that video to drop. But if you guys could, just please like it. Give us a subscribe, because we're just trying to have fun and give you guys the best possible content and really showcase in the state of Iowa golf courses, and just kicking back.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's like the summary of this this segment. It's like if you're not trying to do fun things with the attention, I don't know, like what's the point of doing it at all, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's definitely evolved, but still trying to have some fun with it. Looking ahead, we got a week in Wisconsin, then we got Ragbri the following week. So I kind of hope that I can come up early and maybe film another golf shoot with you before we host everybody at the Iowa Chill Tent in Cedar Falls Ragbri.
Yes,
So if you're open, let's try it.
Yes, we need to get some UNI athletes to join us. We need to break 60.
Yeah.
We're getting
close.
What's
fun is we've got that video up, and within the last month or so, I've seen a ton of break 60s on YouTube. So I think we're kind of hitting it at the right time. A couple 2-mans, a couple 3-mans from different groups. So kind of fun to be a part of the sequence.
Yep. Nathan and Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah. Yep. Well, DeChambeau does the breaking 50.
Right, but no one's as good as Bryson, so everyone has to do breaking 60. Yeah. But that's definitely where it's coming from.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, that front red tee and a professional golfer, if you did 60, that would be embarrassing.
Well, Bryce, looking forward to hearing about your trip up in Cheeseland.
Yeah, we'll recap, in a few days, 10 days or so. And thanks for dealing with me drinking a little whiskey and shooting the shit about the old days.
You going to have any more whiskey tonight?
I might need to get through it. The laundry and packing thing is really looming over my head.
I'm so glad I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
You have no idea.
And then an 8-hour drive tomorrow. There's a lot.
Oh, that's how far it is. Oh,
a lot to do before we sit back and relax by the lake.
We'll get that done, brother. Enjoy some drinks.
Alrighty. See you, people.